Brandon Lowe from the undefeated Tampa Bay Rays, joining us right now. And wow, look at that. An immediate best friend of mine. Look at the backdrop.
Whose office are you in?
You didn't go to the U.
No, wait.
No, that is not mine. Absolutely not.
Where's Westy?
We're ride or die Terps over here.
Where's Westy? Tell Westy to rip that thing down. Westy's our traveling secretary. Tell Westy to rip
Westy's
that thing
upstairs. This is I'm in T-Wall's office. I had to steal it from him.
There you go. I love it. I love the backdrop. Hey, Brandon, how's life right now with this ball club? I mean, could you envision a more fun way to start a season?
No, I mean, life's pretty good right now. It's hard to be upset with how we're playing baseball right now. It's on both sides of the ball. I mean, our pitchers are doing great. The hitters are doing great. It's a fun clubhouse to be in right now.
So, Brandon, before we get deep in this interview about way into the Rays way and the whole thing that you guys have going on there, we had Trisha Whitaker on the other day, and I said to her, Wander Franco is not a superstar, and she lost her mind, and she went all crazy on me. So I'm going to ask you, I said he's not yet at the level of a Machado, a Harper, a Trout, Ohtani. He's got the potential. So give me your thoughts on Wander Franco since you play with him every day.
He's on his way. I would agree. I don't know that if I put him in the same breath as Ohtani, but there's probably not anybody I put in the same breath as Ohtani. But he definitely has the tools to do it. And it's just, he's got to grow and mature in his game and everything. And, maybe we can revisit that in a year or so and see if we still have the same viewpoint.
Brandon, we're neighbors now, man. We're neighbors now. So we're both here in Nashville. Hey, I want to know, this is a question I have probably for every person that plays for the Rays. And it's not a serious question, but I want to know because I wasn't able to do it. See, how do you hit at the Trop? How are you successful at that place? Okay?
Oh man, it's tough. It is not a hitter's park by any means, but if you can figure it out, it makes hitting on the road so much easier. So I feel like everything just looks so much faster, so much harder at the Trop. So it's almost like you try to slow everything down, try to do less, try to, hit a single or, just find the barrel, and things are going to kind of take care of itself there. As hard as it is to hit there, the turf is quick. So you hit a ball, you got a good shot.
I liked hitting in the Trop.
Really?
Did you, man?
Yeah. Well, I played against the Rays when they were terrible. So, it was like they're flipping up like these dudes you've never heard of. You're like, okay,
it's different.
It's different now, yeah.
Well, now they have guys you never heard of, but they're throwing 102 miles
exactly.
7-mile split fingers, and they've got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's definitely changed.
That was my question. Lau, how good would you hit if you had to face your starting rotation and bullpen every day?
Oh, man. Well, one, I don't think I'd play every day. I don't think I get any at-bats off Springs or Shane. But, no, it's a lot of fun not having to face them. It's so much fun playing second, especially even now with the shift. I still get to play essentially right behind the pitcher, so I get to see the pitch movements and stuff like that. And, it's some of it's just incredible. Even the starter that kind of gets overlooked in Fleming, playing behind him yesterday, I was like, I don't even know how he's making a baseball move the way that he's making a baseball move. And it's days like that where you just kind of sit back and you're like, man, it's a good day to be a Ray.
Is it spider tack? Because we were talking about that before. Because if they're cheating, I want to be the first one to break it, because breaking news is what we do here. Blink twice if they're using it.
Nice.
No, it's something that Snides has. I don't know what he does, but I'm never gonna ask it. I'll let him do it. Let him bring some magic sauce in the water or whatever it is. But pitchers come here and they figure it out. It's incredible.
I hear some music blasting in the background. So when you win game after game, does the music in the clubhouse continue to rise because everyone's kind of digging themselves? Like, what decibel level are we on at this point when we are 2 freaking weeks into the season and there are no L's on the board?
Yeah, I think it's cranked up to the highest volume that we can have it without blowing our speakers out at this point. We're having a great time post game, and pregame, it's even a blast. Everyone's just getting ready. Everyone's hungry. There's that feeling in the clubhouse where everyone's doing well, and everyone's kind of itching to get out there on the field.
You guys used to have, I think you still have it, on your tunnel to the dugout, there's down the steps. Does it still say "Do it the Rays way"? Is that sign still there?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it is.
Because I was going to ask you, what's the Ray way? Because it started kind of with Joe Madden. We used to make fun of it because we'd have to walk over to the home side. The cages were on the home side. There was no cage on. So you have to walk over, go down the steps. There was a big sign that said, "Do it the Rays way." And we're like, they suck. The Rays way. What's that? Well, now they make the playoffs every year. So what's the Rays way? Explain it to me. You came up in the organization. Explain to me the Rays way and what Kevin Cash's way is.
I think a majority of it's just playing baseball the right way. I think, looking at things that have happened over this season already, I mean, in Washington, Randy beats out a routine ground ball to short, and the next pitch is hit for a home run. Harold beats out a chopper to the shortstop that should have been an ending, force out a second, and I get to come up and first pitch hit a grand slam. And it's that kind of thing where it's not selfish baseball. No one's playing for their own numbers. It's, we're at the highest level now. Now we're just pulling for each other. We're playing team baseball, and we're just going out there for a W in that column.
I love how you throw in, I hit a grand slam right there. That was a pro move. That was a pro move. But let's talk about the Rays way and talk about how y'all are 11-0. Coming out of spring training, I mean, obviously you see the schedule, you see who's lined up, who you're playing. Is this something that y'all kind of envisioned coming out, knowing that you're not playing the top competition, not taking anything away from who you've played, because good teams beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, and y'all have done that. But is this something that y'all kind of like, hey, we can get off to a hot start here and kind of ride this thing?
No, I mean, honestly, y'all played. I mean, I don't know that you even knew who you were playing until you walked into the door. We knew that we opened with Detroit because of Meadows and talking with him, but I mean, I never really looked at the schedule. I don't really know who's throwing or who's playing until we walk in that day. So it's just understanding. And I think that's one of the things that kind of helps us a little bit is we're not focused on anything that's going on in the future. We're focused on that day when you walk in. We find out the pitcher, we learn about them, we do everything that we need to learn, and we take it one game at a time, and that's really, I think, really helped us this year.
We talk a lot about contracts on this show. Give the fans an insight of what your contract meant for you, and did it make you a better player?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up in money. I grew up undersized. People had always told me that, baseball wasn't going to work out. I actually got some of my friends questioned me when I committed to go to Maryland that, why are you going to Maryland? You're not going to play there, kind of thing. And to kind of get rewarded for all the hard work that I had gone through really highlighted that contract, and then really let you relax. You're playing baseball at the best level. It's difficult. It's not easy out there. And it really helps you kind of take those 0 for 5 lickings that you're going to take and move past them and understand that, they've invested in me. They're going to trust me that I'm going to work myself out of this. And, you really get to kind of relax and go out there and play your own game.
You love Maryland, don't you? You just love Maryland. You met your wife at Maryland. Now you guys have a bakery. So can you bake? What's your favorite? What's your go-to thing at the bakery? Let's not put that up there.
Sweet and loud. That looks good.
We will preface this with I cannot bake. I am not allowed in this kitchen when the bakery is going. I get to be the taste tester, which is fantastic. I'll never complain about that. And the best thing that gets made is her Oreo cake. I mean, if you've dipped Oreos in milk and eaten it after that, that's what this cake tastes like. It is incredible.
Okay.
But wait. Your Brock's
territory cake?
Yeah, order one. You
can order one. Okay.
Wait, you want everything free? Order it.
I'll order it. I'll go. I'll order one. Okay.
If Brock's your neighbor, he hasn't said it yet. AJ beat me to it. Is he going to get any free treats because he lives near you? And which one of your teammates is constantly pulling an AJ and being like, Hey, let's get some free cakes. Hey, I want some free. Hey, you got a golf outing that I can get to for free? Like, which teammate gets on that level?
Right now, the bakery's a little on the back burner a little bit. The 12-week-old little kid is taking up the majority of everyone's time at the moment. But I would have to say Shane. I feel like he's one of my closest friends on the team, so he definitely is not uncomfortable telling me that I need to bring in cookies or I need to make my wife work to bring him a cake in.
I like Shane. It's a good answer. I like Shane. I like this Shane McClanahan guy. He can pitch too.
I need to know where the bakery is. Is it here in Nashville somewhere?
Tampa.
Bakery runs out of the home, so
okay, it's perfect.
It's online.
So we're in a good location
and all that stuff, and it just all the orders go through her website and everything, and it's super easy.
Sweet and low. That's what it's called. I mean, plug it a little bit, Lau.
Close.
Sweet and loud.
Sweet and loud.
Yeah. Sweet and loud.
No, it's sweet and loud.
Kratzy, we played together.
No, we didn't. You played. I watched you. It's a play on sweet and low. It's sweet and loud. Is Madison a better athlete than you?
Oh man, at this point, I'm gonna say no. If you would have asked this question, 5 or 6 years ago when she's still playing, absolutely. She was a pitcher at Maryland, and I had to catch her a few times, and full catcher's gear, cup, I was terrified. I didn't understand how people ever got hits off of her, and I was thankful that she never extended that competition out there because I couldn't have turned it down, and I would have not liked the result.
You saying you couldn't have got a hit off your wife?
I don't believe so.
She would have Tony, rise ball?
Catching it.
Rise ball?
Rise ball, change up, slow curve. She had the kitchen sink that she could have thrown at me, and I had a hard enough time catching it, let alone hit it.
Okay.
That's what they're throwing these days is the rise balls. He's doing just fine. 4 home runs his last 4 games.
First pitch changeup last night. How you doing in the 5th? Right? Wasn't that a changeup?
Yeah.
Changeup. He took a changeup. He took a changeup. The at bat before he thought it was a little low. He caught the bottom of the zone though, but he was ready for it the next time.
Same pitch in the next at bat. So I was a little bit more prepared for that one.
Brandon, you ruined Yandi's celebration, by the way. He was over there flexing. He was giving the biceps, doing the whole deal. And then if you're watching the game, they're showing him flex, and the dugout just stops and is like, oh, wait, he just hit one too. You ruined his celebration.
I did not see that. I didn't realize he was still celebrating.
Oh, yeah, he was over there giving the whole Scotty Braun, look at my pipes, look how big I am, yeah. I went deep, giving the whole thing. That. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you hit it.
I'd be
ruined
flexing
it
all day long if I had biceps like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yandi's in there doing his 133 bicep curls in different directions today. If you could take this camera in there, is he actually breaking a sweat? Because playing with Yandi, I know he doesn't break a sweat, but he has the most variations of bicep curls ever.
That man is in the gym from the time that he shows up until BP. He spends the most time in there that I've ever seen and doesn't sweat, but he does get his workout in. It's incredible. He's in there all the time.
So who? Because we talked to Trisha Whitaker yesterday. Who's the leader in that clubhouse? Her answer kind of surprised us, and we didn't agree, but we're not in that clubhouse, so you're the guy. You're the guy that needs to let us know who took Kiermaier's role of the dance and slapping, Joyce, G-Man's translator. He's not around to get slapped on the belly anymore. So who's the leader?
No, as of right now, we kind of have a split celly at the end of the game. Shane takes our pitchers, kind of goes through everything there, and then I've been taking the hitters. And we pick a team MVP at the end, and then team MVP gets a shot of tequila at the end of it all.
Oh,
right, party.
Man, Club Rays, they're doing it the Ray way now. That's what she said, Shane McClanahan. And I disagreed. I said, you can't have a starting pitcher be the leader on the team because they're only out there once every 5 days. And with the Rays, it could be 6 or 7 days. So way to go, Brandon. Take that lead. Be the leader of the position players because we all know position players rule the show.
Absolutely. We definitely let our starting pitchers know that they're not out there now. they're out
kickers.
there. They're getting ready for their starts and all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun environment to let them know. But as long as they're out there throwing up zeros, we're going to let them do what they got to do.
Are we getting like some serious rare, 1 out of 100 bottles of tequila that guys are getting a rip after the game? Like they're not, I don't want to call it any specific names on the negative side because they might be a sponsor at some point or something. But like we don't want some garbage, I picked it up at the grocery store for $10.
No, so the first bottle that we ended up going through was a brand name big bottle that it was already opening day, so it's like, oh man, we got to get a bottle out. So I talked to T-Wall and he gave me a bottle, and so we had been using that one, but we had just transferred over to I'd been doing my research. I was like, there's got to be better tequilas out there, and I think it's Magenta is the tequila called. It's, I don't know, we haven't tried it yet, so hopefully today, I'm hoping Taj gets to take his first shot today after a debut. That'll be pretty nice.
Chances are y'all are going to win, so you'll probably be taking shots.
And Taj is a big time prospect too. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah. Have you gotten to spend a lot of time with him, Brandon?
He got to spend a good amount of time up in camp this spring. That we got to talk a little bit. I got to play behind him a couple times, and I was extremely surprised by his stuff. I'd never seen him throw before, and then in spring training, you think that everybody's numbers are going to be down a little bit, and he's just going to get kind of warmed up, and he was pumping 98, 99, throwing some good off speed. So I'm pretty excited to watch him work today, and talking with him, that this isn't going to be too big of a day. It's another start for him, and he's going to handle it like a professional.
Brandon, you're Brandon Lowe, and you have Josh Lowe.
Yeah.
Then you have Nathaniel Lowe. Can we get him traded to the Rays, and you guys can have like the Lowe brothers get more fans? You can have a Lowe night and get more fans.
He was there.
You guys. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
We got to get him back. We can have the Lowe brothers and get more than 12,000 people in the stands at the Trop. Let's go, Tampa.
Nathaniel's not coming back. He loves Texas.
Well, true, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, he's got a silver slugger over there. He's doing okay.
How do we get more fans in the Trop? What's the way? I live in Orlando. I'm not driving over there. It's an hour and a half. Got to cross the stupid bridge. It sucks. Can we get a new ballpark for you guys? Can we get more than 12,000, please?
Something's supposed to be in the works. I don't worry too much about all that stuff. I can't change anything. No one's gonna take the opinion of me and put it concrete and build us a stadium somewhere else, or give us this brand new stadium here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and hopefully something gets decided by the end of this year and we can figure some stuff out. But I'd love to play in front of 25, 30 every game. That'd be incredible.
Sweet and loud for every fan.
Yeah.
The Oreo cake. Do that for one night.
Little tiny ones.
Guarantee.
You're going to have to ask Madison first.
Half full.
I'm not going to put that out there. I'd like to see another day.
Yeah.
If I'd make it out of the house after I agreed to that.
Rays have to send all of their interns to assist.
Okay. But then she'd have to give up the family secret.
True. Then never mind.
Yes.
Scratch that. Not worth it. Brandon, hey, good luck today. Keep doing your thing.
Wait. Are you in the lineup today?
I'm not.
Dodging Sale.
Are you in?
Yeah. No, I'm not facing Sale today.
Sale-itis. You got the sale'itis. I get it.
Tight hamstring, I'm telling you.
5th inning, 6th inning, I'll find my way in there. After our guys, do what they do, and I'll face a righty throwing 100 at some point.
There you go.
There you go. I like it. Hey, Brandon, good luck. Hopefully a tequila shot for you later after another dinger. Thanks for joining us, man. This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Brandon Lowe of the